You're listening to Adventure Airwaves.
This is episode 4 of Adventure Airwaves, Summer Road Trip, Part 1, Going Rogue.
You are listening to Adventure Airwaves, joyful journeys, place-based predicaments, and adventures of questionable significance.
Do you ever plan the trip of a lifetime, only to have everything go wrong?
Can I do it?
Like the weeks Sure, Russell, you do it.
Hi. I was riding my bike and we didn't go to the forest. And last time we rode my bike with my friends. Last time.
Yeah, that's great, Russell. Where'd you go?
To Upper Davidson.
Oh, nice. What'd you do there?
Play skipping rocks.
Oh, that's cool. What about the hellbenders? If we throw rocks, does that affect the hellbenders?
Well, if you throw them, then they land back in the water.
Oh, I see. So you're just moving them around? Is that your idea?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I wonder if the Rangers would agree. We'll have to ask them about that. Does that sound like a good plan?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, this is episode 4 of Adventure Airwaves, and it's the Summer Road Trip Part 1. And I was just... Oh, we can't touch the microphone.
Why?
Because if we touch the microphone, then it will make funny sounds on the recording. Well, do you want to get down, and I'll just finish the intro?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you ever plan the trip of a lifetime only to have everything go wrong in the days and weeks before you leave? Well, that's kind of what happened to me over the summer. And it all turned out good in the end, right? Otherwise, I wouldn't be here recording this. But this... Oh, I just smacked on the air. But anyway, I hope you enjoy the first installation of the Summer Road Trip Going Rogue. I left Transylvania County, North Carolina on Thursday morning, 2 weeks after losing my main source of income. Apparently, the leaders of the company that I worked for were accused of misappropriating millions of dollars. I had read about it on the news before getting the final phone call. On the same day, our other car threw a rod, and we sold it for $75. Now I was driving alone through the Smoky Mountains, welling up with emotion from leaving my wife and 3-year-old son Carlos. She would borrow a car from Jack in 2 days, so it wasn't as if they were completely stranded. Downtown is a 15-minute walk, without a tantrum. "12 hours later, I was parked at Burger King in Topeka, Kansas, talking to my mom on speakerphone and making a PB&J on the dashboard. The sun was setting so that the sky was a safety orange and the buildings looked black. All of a sudden, smoke started dumping from the hood. So I got a 6-pack and walked to the Super 8 motel across the street. I had crossed North Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, Illinois, Missouri, and entered Kansas before the alternator seized, melting the serpentine belt, killing the battery, and stranding me on Wanamaker Street, in Topeka. $750 and just about as many miles later, I was at my dad's place, near Boulder. Heat waves rippled the Flatirons, pushing thunderheads toward the sun. After 22 hours of driving alone, I was happy to get the hell out of my van. The next morning, all I wanted to do was wash Highway 70 in Topeka, Kansas off my skin. In a single Colorado day, I paddled on Boulder Creek from the mouth of the canyon to the library, took a terrifying Harley ride with my old man who doesn't wear a helmet, and climbed rocks until sunset. I was off the highway now, and the script had apparently flipped for the better. By Thursday night, I was sleeping at the Echo rest stop between Wyoming and Utah. On Friday morning, I drove straight across the salt flats and straight through Nevada for several hours until Winnemucca, when I made a right turn into the Wild West. Long stretches of desert highway were punctuated by a liberating lack of humanity. I passed a cop while driving 90 miles an hour in a 55 mile per hour zone. He waved his arm at me to slow down and gave me a thumbs up when I complied. I returned the gesture and continued west at a slower and more enjoyable pace. Just before sunset on Friday night, I crossed the Pacific Crest Trail in the Cascade Range of southern Oregon. Somewhere near Lake of the Woods, I found a dirt road that led to another dirt road, and I drove it until it terminated in a stand of trees. For some reason, I did not feel safe near my van, so I put on running shoes and I just started running. Down a road, past an old rusty motorcycle, under the volcanic views of Mount McLaughlin. I ran until it was too dark to see. By the time I returned to my van, I knew where I was, and it felt a little more like home. In the morning, I made coffee and played guitar at Lake of the Woods. Around lunchtime, I drove to the small town of Rogue River to meet Jack and Carrie under the bridge. We moved on to Grants Pass, where we stuffed ourselves with Mexican food. Sometime after that, Brian and Tashi arrived from California. We met in the parking lot of a supermarket to buy some groceries. From there, the crew moved on to the Rogue River, where we set up camp. And this is where the story begins. Summer Road Trip Part 1, Going Rogue, was recorded in September 2019 in Transylvania County, North Carolina. The first song that you heard was Benevolence by Seeking Madras. You can find them online at seekingmadras.bandcamp.com. The banjo lick that you heard was from freesound.org, and it was posted by P. Flanagan, so thank you very much. That is a really cool lick. The other songs that you heard were written and recorded by me. And as always, Adventure Airwaves is written and produced by me, Wes Davis. I really appreciate your support. Thank you for listening to this episode. Please shoot me an email, adventureairwaves@gmail.com, if you have anything that you'd like to chat about. Hello, adventurous podcast listener. This is Wes, and I wanted to take a minute to thank those of you who have left us a review on iTunes. And I also wanted to let you know that if you would like to support Adventure Airwaves, there's a very easy way that you can do this, and that is by visiting our Facebook page, facebook.com/Adventure Airwaves, and doing two things. The first thing is to like that page, and the second thing is to click on the Shop Now button. That little blue button will take you to our Etsy store where you can buy a sweet t-shirt or a coffee mug or even little clothes for babies and stuff. They're all designed by yours truly. Thank you for your support of Adventure Airwaves.
If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a positive review or tell a friend or yell it out the window. Thanks for listening. Cheers.
You're listening to Adventure Airwaves.